Manchester United 0, Everton 1. Something that I honestly did not think I'd be saying tonight. Manchester United 0, Everton 1. A team that have been down to 10 players since the 13th minute because Adrisia Gay and Michael Keane decided to turn on each other. They've been down to 10 players since the 13th minute, so we've had 77 minutes of football to try and rescue 3 points tonight. And yet again, it goes to show that Ruben Amorim was too scared, too pussy to change anything. This manager is in charge of this football club, who doesn't want to change anything up, didn't try to change the formation, didn't try to do something different as soon as Everton went down to 10 players. That's the type of manager we've got at this football club. A bloke that is too scared and too pussy to change anything. As soon as Everton went down to 10 players, Manchester United should have taken full advantage of the extra man and fucking gone for them. Honestly, it's a disgusting performance. It's massively embarrassing. And Manchester United can't come out of anywhere tonight with any positive. That was an absolute shit show. Even some of our star players like Mbeumo, miles off it. Amad Diallo, miles off it. Casemiro, a walking liability in the midfield. Bruno Fernandes, another disappointing captain performance. A back three that we continue to use that doesn't make any sense. Players on the bench that don't get any game time and don't deserve any minutes according to Amorim are on that bench. I'm sorry, but tonight is on Ruben Amorim. Tonight is on Ruben Amorim. He's fucked us up. He's fucked us over tonight. We had 77 minutes to rescue that game. They've been down to 10 players since the 13th minute, and Ruben Amorim thinks that squad and those set of players is good enough to go again. I'm sorry, that manager is in complete denial. He is in complete and utter denial. If he thinks that was good enough to go again, to try and get a result, to try and rescue 3 points, you're massively mistaken. You had an extra man advantage. You've got teammates turning on each other. I mean, Manchester United should have grabbed the balls by the horn and went for it. And Manchester United sat back and let Everton dominate the game. They let them dominate possession. They let Everton attack their box. Man United sat back and let Everton attack us. They let Everton have the ball. We really only had 2 decent shots on the Everton goal the whole night long. Manchester United were absolutely embarrassing. This is an utter shit show, losing to Everton. There was a huge opportunity to go level with Villa tonight in the Champions League spots. We could have been on 21 points tonight, and we've lost to 10-man Everton. We could have been level with Villa on points. Terrible game tonight, no excuses, time to invest in the January transfer window. I'm not here to talk about the January transfer window, but that is going to have to be a massive talking point. If Manchester United think that squad is good enough to go in January, when you're going to lose Mbeumo, you're going to lose Amad as well to the African Cup of Nations, we can't cope. We will not cope without Amad, and we won't cope without Mbeumo. I'm not saying Mbeumo had a good game tonight. He was absolutely shit. That was probably one of the worst performances I've seen from Brian Mbeumo so far in a Man United shirt. That was utterly embarrassing. Like, from start to finish, that was embarrassing. Like, if you've got some of your star players that have been your best players so far, you would have thought you carry on with that mentality, you carry on with that form, and you've let Everton come to Old Trafford and boss you around like a toy. It's massively embarrassing. There's huge opportunities for Manchester United to take massive leaps forwards, and we go 10 times backwards over and over again. We get battered by mid-table fucking Everton, who've had so far in an in-and-out season, and they've come to Old Trafford and dominated you. They've come to Old Trafford and absolutely embarrassed us. It's shocking. It's massively shocking. Manchester United are trying to apparently get back to the top. More like Manchester United are trying to go 10 times backwards. And I thought we turned a corner. And there was people waxing lyrical. Oh, at least we didn't lose to Tottenham. Oh, at least we got a point. Oh, at least we didn't lose the game. The problem is, most of this people in this fan base have got low standards. Most of this fan base have got low standards now because they know how shit Manchester United actually are. And that's the big problem. Some of the standards are bullshit. How to say you've never stepped foot in Old Trafford without saying you've never been. I've actually been to Old Trafford many times before anybody actually wants to give an opinion. Honestly, It was utterly shocking. It's massively, massively shocking. Those players have clearly got a massive mentality issue, and I've been saying it from match day one. Some of those players in that squad don't give a flying fuck. Some of those players don't give a shit. As long as they're getting paid, they're absolutely fine. But when you're getting bossed around by mid-table teams like Everton, who realistically we should be beating, especially at home, I mean, that was David Moyes' first ever win at Old Trafford as Everton's manager. That was David Moyes' first ever win at Old Trafford as Everton's manager. Like, how embarrassing is it to break yet again another record that has now gone out the window because you've let Everton come round and boss you, and Amram had no plan B. It's _Alex is absolutely right. Amram had no plan B tonight. It's like we had the 10 players. It's like we went down to 10 players and we absolutely folded. And I don't know what happens. If you're down to 10 players, you should be taking full advantage, and Manchester United just sat back and let Everton play their football. And I don't know why we did that. You should be going full guns blazing, attacking their back four with every attacking opportunity you got. But you let Everton play their football. You let Grealish on the ball. You let Dewsbury Hall on the ball. And as for the Everton goal, you've got Lenny Yoro and Bruno Fernandes, who can't be fucked to do anything, to try and put any attempt of trying to win the ball back, or at least trying to put a tackle in. And then Lenny Yoro's basically setting up Dewsbury Hall's shot with a little pass straight directly in front of the guy. Like, you're basically setting us up to fail because you've basically assisted him for the goal anyway. That's embarrassing. And there's a load of people going in on Lamens as well. I don't think Lamens can do anything there. I'm not blaming Lamens entirely, but he should be saving that. The ball is directly being shot at him, and he does palm it into his own net. If you look at the shot and you look at the replay, he should be saving that. He should be keeping that out. But at the end of the day, how was he meant to have done anything when you've got Lenny Yoro and Bruno Fernandes doing absolutely fuck all to block the shot from happening in the first place? Bruno Fernandes backs out as per fucking usual, and Lenny Yoro basically sets Dewsbury Hall up with a little pass directly in front of the player. It's massively, massively embarrassing tonight, especially when we're 5 games unbeaten. At least we got a point against Forest. At least we got a point against Tottenham. At least we can continue this unbeaten run. It's Mr. Tumble Spotty Bag. I mean, fucking hell. Like, what are we doing? Like, honestly, it massively, massively shows up how shit we actually are as a football club. It's massively, massively embarrassing that we've got players that can't seem to do it week in, week out. And that's the problem. The mentality of these players, it's fucking dog shit. They're embarrassing to watch some of these players sometimes. It's massively, massively embarrassing. Everton have outplayed us, gone for every ball, every tackle, and they've even created the better opportunities. We should have gone full guns blazing in the second half. I'm massively, massively embarrassed. Massively embarrassed. They can't pass and they keep trying to pass into net. What a shit team to watch as a United fan. Exactly. We were fucking dog shit. It was like this against Forest. It was like this against Tottenham. And now Everton have massively, massively shown us up. If I was Crystal Palace, if I was Wolves, if I was West Ham, if I was Bournemouth, I know exactly what we should be doing against Man United. Absolutely pack their midfield, attack their back four, and they're basically through on goal. That's all those teams are going to have to do. That's all those teams are going to have to do. Attack Man United's midfield because our midfield's fucking invisible. Attack our back four because we haven't got any fucking defence anyway. And that's for our attack, which is basically non-existent anyway because we haven't got a fucking striker. Manchester United have bottled this tonight. We bottled it against Tottenham and we've bottled it against Forest, and now Everton have come and absolutely outplayed us. It's massively frustrating because everybody thought, oh, we're on the up now. We've gone 5 games unbeaten. Look what Man United are doing. Everyone's shit scared of them now. They're getting results. They're getting points. They're climbing up that table. But we've lost to 10-man Everton with 2 players turning on each other. Like, we basically got slapped by Everton's slap. We basically got slapped by a mid-table team. They could have been down to 9 players. They could have been down to 8 players. They would have still come to Old Trafford and won. They haven't ever won at Old Trafford, and they've come and done something that they've not done since the days of Roberto Martinez. They've come to Old Trafford and ripped us apart. You lot are just generally just delaying the inevitable by keeping Amrin. What on earth are you doing? I think the problem is tonight, Ruben Amorim is going to get a load of shit, and you're absolutely right. Ruben Amorim deserves to get every bit of shit that's thrown at him tonight. Please smash that like button, by the way, and please give me a follow on TikTok. Would really appreciate it. Ruben Amorim deserves every fucking pelter that's thrown at him tonight. I can't defend him. I cannot defend that manager tonight. His substitutions are abysmal. His starting 11 is a joke. His tactics are woeful. Why did we still play a 3-4-3 when Everton were down to 10 players? Let's put that in the live chat. Why on earth did we still play 3-4-3 system when Everton went down to 10 players? Why did we not change up and think, let's play a back four, let's play a midfield three, and then let's play a front three? Why didn't we do that? Because and Brandon exactly just nail on the head, because he will never change the system. And that shows how stubborn he is. That shows how woeful and how pussy Ruben Amorim actually is as a manager. He's too woeful. He's too woeful as a manager. He doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to change the system. He doesn't want to change the setup. And we're getting battered by mid-table fucking Everton. And we've lost only 1-0, by the way. We might have lost 1-0, but we should have won that game. There's no excuses. We should have won that game tonight. Everton would have been there for the taking. Soon as they went down to 10 players, we should have went there for, right, let's go fucking batter them. Let's give them every attack we've got. Man United just sat back. It's like we went down to the 10 players instead of them. It's like Man United have the 10 players on the pitch, not them. It's like we went into our shadow. We went into our shells thinking, what do we do now? It's utterly shocking. It is shocking that we had no plan B. Why didn't we change it? There was a huge opportunity to take Everton to the cleaners. You've got two players turning on each other. That should be a massive, massive red flag for them thinking, right, let's go and fucking attack them. But we didn't do it. We sat back and let them control the ball. And there's Gary Neville waxing lyrical. Oh, Everton have been the best team for 6 minutes. I mean, I don't know what football Gary Neville seems to watch lately, or is he so Salford FC? But he's absolutely wrong. Gary Neville thought Everton were the better team inside the first 6 minutes. Yes, they dominated the ball. Yes, they dominated possession and controlled the game in early on stages. But I don't think they dominated the game for 6 minutes. I don't know what, I don't think Gary Neville knows what he's talking about, by the way. I think Gary Neville is so delusional that he shouldn't even be commentating on Sky Sports. I mean, he can't even get Salford City out of League Two. I mean, how many years have they been in that league and they've never been promoted? So, at the end of the day, we deserve to lose. We deserve to lose. It was embarrassing. It was massively, massively embarrassing. It was embarrassing. We were shit. We've been absolutely bantered. We've been bantered by mid-table Everton. And Amorim has to... I think Amorim tonight is going to have to take a hard, long look and realise he's at fault. Amorim is at fault tonight. I blame him and I blame his lack of desire and his lack of passion to actually change anything. As a manager, you've got to be completely delusional just to sit there and stick with the same setup. Bro, we can't dominate possession, but what's the point of having possession when we can't do shit? Exactly. We couldn't do fuck all. We couldn't do fuck all tonight. Now, I don't know what was wrong with Mbeumo. I don't know what's happened to Yoro. I don't know what's happened to De Ligt. And there was people fucking backing De Ligt against Tottenham, even though he was at fault for one of the goals. He was at fault for one of the goals against Tottenham. And there was people fucking backing him, thinking he's this world-class centre-back. But we can't defend for shit. And then you've still got Shaw in there. You've still got Dorgu in there. He's still picking Delo. Like, there's so many players that should not be in that team that Ruben Amorim still stand by thinking, oh, they can actually do a job. Please smash that like button. Please give me a follow on TikTok. Would really, really appreciate it. There's too many players that are getting away with it. There's too many players that should have been shown the door years ago. There's so many players that should have been kicked out of the club. And Manchester United have now massively, massively regretted those decisions. Because those players are costing us. Those players are embarrassing. There's no consistency, there's no passion, and there's no glory to go and batter this Everton team. If they go down to 10 players, you go to them and you take full fucking advantage of the Everton mess. If you've got to be honest with you, Everton really should have been down to 9. Because Michael Keane, if you look back at the replay, he's gone for Idrissa Gueye, and then Idrissa Gueye's then hit him back. So both players in that situation, the referee really should have sent both of them off. And I don't know why the referee didn't do it, because it happened with Newcastle all those years ago. So why the referee didn't act in his right mind to go and send both of them off, that would have been an extra advantage. But I still think Everton would have won that game. I still think Everton would have won anyway. And everyone's dropped a stinker. Exactly. We were absolutely shit. Without Matthias Cunha, without Sesko, we looked useless. We were absolutely useless. I can't understand why we still got Dorgu and Luke Shaw in the same back five. You had Lissandro Martinez on the bench tonight and didn't even get a kick of the ball. I mean, we don't want to rush him back from his injury so he fucks up another 8 or 9 months of his career. But at the end of the day, why didn't he chuck Martinez on? Why did he not chuck Martinez on to play inside a back three of De Ligt and Yoro? That would have been a lot more sensible. You don't need Dorgu and Luke Shaw in the same fucking team. It doesn't make any sense why Ruben Amorim still plays two left-footed players inside the same back five. It doesn't make any sense. Dorgu is only a problem when you have Luke Shaw behind him. Xerxes is the worst player I've ever seen. Xerxes was asleep for 50 minutes. Cannot say that they should have been sent off so many times. That's happened with no card shown. Yoro looked clueless. Exactly. Those players tonight were massively off it. Massively. And I don't know what's happened over these last 2 weeks, but we've gone back to playing shit again. We had a 5-game unbeaten run and people were waxing lyrical over the Tottenham point. People were waxing lyrical against the point we got against Forest. And I will say, if you're a Man United fan, you shouldn't just be celebrating a point. You should be celebrating wins. And that's the problem with half this fan base. Some of the standards that some people have got are on the floor. Some of the standards some of you lot have got are on the floor. It's fucking embarrassing. We've been bantered. We've been massively, massively bantered. Even if they had Dorgu and Shaw playing one should be overlapping to put pressure on the defence. But the problem is Luke Shaw's crap. Luke Shaw is crap. There's still people calling him Shawberto Carlos. And that's only because he actually can keep himself fit. And he can keep himself in the team and keep himself away from injury. But what's Dorgu done? What's Dorgu done since he's been here? Give you an extra player and still got smoke time for bed. Exactly. Amorim subs were dreadful tonight. Exactly. Everything about Amorim tonight was dreadful. No plan B. Didn't want to change anything and stuck to his traditions. I'm sticking with my 3-4-3. I'm not going to change it. We'll still create chances. We'll still score goals. We didn't do fuck all. We didn't do fuck all in terms of create any decent chances to put that ball in that net. We didn't do anything. We were fucking useless from minute one. They were down to 10 players for 77 minutes. Actually, 81 minutes because we played till the 94th minute. So we had 81 minutes to find a winner. We had 81 minutes to find 2 goals. Love your setup. Thanks, Luke, by the way. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's a setting on TikTok that you can do instead of having a green screen. Please smash that like button. Please give me a follow on TikTok if you're new, by the way. Would really appreciate it. Alex thinks Ruben Amorim's doing a good job. It's because United aren't as great as they used to be. Yours are a mid-table team now. Remind me so much of the Grimsby game. You can't blame Xerxes. He's not a striker. But Xerxes was brought in as a striker. Xerxes was brought in as a striker under Ten Hag. Xerxes was brought in as a striker. And I'm not being disrespectful. Xerxes doesn't even want to be here. Xerxes doesn't even want to be here. He wants to leave. He wants to go. So why is he being picked? Why is he being selected? Why is he being picked? If he doesn't want to be here, piss off. It's not hard to get half these players out of this club. Amorim picked Xerxes tonight, and he was fucking clueless. And that's because people, and there's even Mark Goldbridge protecting him, saying, oh, it's because he's not match fit and all this bullshit. At the end of the day, Xerxes not good enough. Xerxes crap, and people keep protecting a lot of these players, and I'm sick to death of it. What setting is it you're using on TikTok? If you go to your camera and click on the little cog, you can click on the background and the theme of your TikTok camera instead of having a green screen, and you can pick your own. So that's how you set up your own background instead of having a green screen. Everybody has to lose. Love it. Bro, I'm with you. Thoughts on the Chelsea goat? Instead of Xerxes, why are you mad? Did you bet? Short is horrific and it always has been. I'm on your side, but Ruben was saying paying people in the wrong place. Thoughts on the Chelsea goat? He had your best chances. We're going to have big issues when Mbeumo and Ahmad go. Absolutely. Yoro dropped off. Should have stepped in. We're an absolute mess. Amorim was utterly clueless tonight. Exactly. Do you think it was right to sell Garnacho? I don't know where Manchester United go from here. I don't know where we go from here. Please smash that like button. Please give me a follow on TikTok. Would really appreciate it. I don't know what we do. I don't know how we turn this around, because the problem is one defeat could utterly derail our season. And there was people celebrating the point against Tottenham. there was people celebrating a point against Forest, and I think the state of this fan base is an absolute mess. If you're celebrating points against Forest and bloody Tottenham, you are not a Manchester United fan. I'm really sorry. We should have won that game tonight. There is no excuses, and half those players are responsible. A lot of those players are responsible. Sure, God Almighty, be lucky if we finish top 10. Good players off, and then they keep Xerxes. Top 4 is not far off, though, when you look at the table. We've gone down to 10th. We are down to 10th place in the Premier League table, and people are saying top 4's not far off. We could have gone level on top 4 tonight if we would have won this game. We could have gone level with top 4. But yet again, we screw up. Every time we get an opportunity, we screw it up. And people need to stop hiding behind the excuses. We could have won tonight. We should have won tonight. And Man United have given up yet again. Palace will give us a hiding on Sunday. Exactly. If people think United are going to get a result against Palace on Sunday, we are going to get absolutely steamrolled. Opinion on the red card. My opinion on the red card is both of them should have been sent off. I mean, Idrissa Gueye, I don't know what he's doing in the first place, to be honest. I don't know what he's doing. Like, I really, really don't get it. Man United need better midfield and striker. Exactly. We don't have options. And the problem is, we're fucking missing Sesko, which is a big miss. And not having Matthias Cunha in that team is also a massive miss as well. We need better everything, because in every department, this football club's a fucking mess. We've got no backup striker, because Xerxes fucking invisible. What did he do all game? Let's be honest. You can't put that, Joe. You can't put that in the live. Joe, you can't put that in the live chat, mate. Joe, you can't put that. If we've got any moderators, can we just... You can't say that in the live chat. You really, really cannot say that. You can't say that, mate. That's disgusting. You can't say that. Sesko's a big miss, and I've been saying it all game. Sesko was a big... Exactly, that's exactly what I'm doing. Joe, unfortunately, mate, you've got yourself blocked, and do you know what? I can report you for your comment if you like. You've just been reported, so well done, Joe. Well done, Joe. Well done, mate. You're gonna get blocked on TikTok, so well done to Joe in the live chat. Man United needs Semenya from Bournemouth. You're not clued up. Xerxes is class. Where's Chido on the bench? Exactly. Sesko. Xerxes was good, to be honest, but Pickford was absolutely class. Xerxes had one decent shot on goal. He had one decent shot on goal the whole game, and Pickford peeled off a fucking masterclass of a save. I'm sorry, that was an easy shot on goal. That was a completely easy shot on goal. I wouldn't have started Xerxes. Xerxes doesn't even want to be here, by the way. He doesn't want to be at the club. He wants to go in the summer. He wants to go in January and get first team football. Well, fuck off then. Like, he shouldn't have started Xerxes. Like, what's happened to Obi? Like, you had Obi playing how many games for the under-18s in the last few weeks, and he can't even get into the first team anymore. But yet he had first team opportunities last season, and he got those opportunities and took them. But yet you don't want him anywhere near this first team now. And I don't get it. And I think for me, that should have been a better option starting instead of starting bloody Xerxes. And Amrim has a problem with our young players. Exactly. Amrim has got a massive, massive mentality issue. He's got a major issue not bringing up these young players. And I don't know why he won't do it. And don't say, because Obi's only 18. He could do a lot more than what bloody Xerxes done. And someone Barnes said, I'd rather have Maguire up front than Xerxes. Exactly. Because Xerxes crap. He's absolutely washed. But people still stand by him. People still think he's a good player. I'm sorry. He's absolutely shit. What was the point? I'm sorry, it's time for Xerxes to be binned. Exactly. But in all fairness, Everton did deserve it. If Amrim changed the formation, I fear it would have changed the game. But Amrim won't do it, mate. Amrim doesn't want to change. This is on Amrim, I'm afraid. Xerxes is not a miss. People like why our strikers want to leave. Man United are so bad. Yeah, we are. We're absolutely fucking horrific. Honestly, we're shit. United are washed. Yeah, we are. I would have preferred Lacey up front second half, honestly. We need to pray for Palace. I don't know what's going to happen against Palace, but we're not beating them on Sunday. Absolutely no chance. What do you think is needed to change for Crystal Palace? Well, you don't use players like Delo, you don't use Dorgu, you don't use Shaw, you don't use Xerxes, and you fucking change that midfield. We changed that midfield. I'm sick to death. He should have started. But I don't want Mount as a false nine. I don't want any of this false nine bullshit. We need a proper striker down the middle at this football club, and we don't fucking have one. We've only got Sesko, who's out for 3 fucking weeks. And people say, oh, Sesko was a big miss. Well done. Because people have been on Sesko's back every fucking game this season, and there's people tonight saying Sesko was a huge miss. Yeah, because he had the aerial height, the aerial ability. If we would have got crosses into that box, maybe Sesko might have grabbed a few goals, especially against 10 players. But there's people still slamming him for not being good enough. Either people need to make their mind up about Sesko or go and watch another football team. And Bremer can go striker, so Harry can Sesko a 70 million gamble. We need 2 elite strikers at this football club. Why play Delo on Luke Shaw's side poor? Exactly. Now, Amory's just absolutely made a very good point. Why was Delo chucked in on the Luke Shaw side of the pitch? Why was Delo brought on for Luke Shaw? Can I just quote this? What was the point? I would rather have Luke Shaw and Delo both off the pitch. He was chucked in at fucking left wing back. I mean, what are we doing? Like, Delo's fucking crap as well. And yet you've brought him in and he's embarrassed himself as well. If I'm every United player tonight, I'm coming out of an apology. Because that isn't good enough. Those players are fucking useless. Yeah, because we bottled it against Tottenham. We bottled it against Forest. And we've bottled it again tonight. We need to stop protecting this football club. We need to stop protecting these players from getting their asses kissed. Because at the end of the day, if they can't perform, you've got to go for them. You've got to go for them. And Zirks, no wins in the last 3 games. Exactly. We've not won our last 3 games in a row. We should have beat Spurs. We should have beat Forest. That would have been 6 points. And we should have won tonight. But there was people on that Tottenham match reaction celebrating a point. At least we didn't lose. At least we didn't draw. OMG. Half this fan base need to wake up or get their eyes tested. Because at the end of the day, if you're celebrating points and it's only a point, you aren't a Man United fan. I'm really sorry. You're not a Man United fan. You're not a United fan. You've got to be celebrating wins, not fucking point here and there. You need to be winning every game. This is Manchester United. This isn't fucking Brentford. This is Manchester United. And we're being fucking laughed at. He wasn't good enough tonight. I'm sorry. The only players that can keep their head high is in Buemo, Ahmad and Bruno. Bruno was shocking. Bruno was shocking. Why did we sell James Garner? He's better than anyone else who we have in that midfield. Exactly. Honestly, it's utterly embarrassing. It really, really is embarrassing. And I feel to every fan and every supporter that went to that game, I feel sorry for them. I feel massively, massively sorry for them. To every fan and supporter that went to watch that pile of dog shit tonight, go and get a refund and ask for your money back, and you're not leaving Old Trafford without your money. Because that is fucking abysmal. That is shocking tonight. We should have beat Everton. They were down to 10 players for 81 minutes and we couldn't do fuck all in 81 minutes. Bruno is a centre forward or a cam and he's been playing as a sitting midfielder. Exactly. Midfield is a joke. Bruno running around like a headless chicken. Dorgu's not good enough. And I've been saying this about Dorgu for fucking weeks. But again, oh, Dorgu's the left wing back to take us forward. Dorgu's good enough. Dorgu can do this. Dorgu can do that. Dorgu is crap. Dorgu has done fuck all since he's come here. You lot actually thought you were going to steamroll us in your next 5 easy games. Again, I hold my hands up. Gary's right. I hold my hands up right here, right now. I thought we would win 3 or 4-0 tonight. I honestly thought you would win 3 or 4-0. I hold my hands up. I got it wrong. I got it wrong. I showed a lack of respect to Everton and I thought we were going to steamroll them. And that's on me. I felt confident that we would win that game tonight. I felt confident. I felt that confident that we would beat them. But we clearly didn't. And I hold my hands up now. I showed a lack of respect and a lack of dignity to their team and what they've done. But fair play. And there are no easy games in the Premier League. You're absolutely right. There is no easy game in the Premier League. I had Casemiro on my fantasy Premier League team and I think he blanked. Exactly. United have been lucky in the 6 games they have won. Exactly. Exactly. We've been massively, massively lucky. We shouldn't be called Manchester United. We should be called Lucky United. Because that it's always been down to. It's down to pure damn luck. That's all we've done this season is down to pure damn luck. Everton was amazing. They deserved to win. What a team they are, awesome. And Tommy's right. Everton played well tonight. If I was every Everton fan, every Everton supporters, I'd be staying there right till the final whistle and standing by those drop the heads FC we are. Exactly, says CR. Like, we are lucky United. When Sesko plays no crosses, when he's injured, 5 million crosses. Exactly. Dryden, I hope I pronounced that right. But he makes a good point. When Sesko plays, we don't put any crosses into the box. When Sesko doesn't play, all of a sudden, right, let's get the ball in the box. Sesko's out the team. Let's get some balls into the box. It says a lot. It says a lot. And as for the midfield, a walk-in retirement home. Why are you playing Bruno Fernandes as a deeper midfielder role? Why are we still doing that? I'm sorry. Who? Any Premier League titles does Arsenal have? How are we feeling about Xerxes today? Xerxes was shit. Like, I'm sorry, but Dryden is absolute. I hope I pronounced that right. But I've pinned your comment because you're absolutely right. When Sesko plays, we don't put the ball in the box. But when Sesko does play, the ball goes into the box. It's massively, massively frustrating because you're like, if we would have done this all season, we might have done well. Finally, a realistic United fan. Exactly. Dryden, yeah, mass out to Dryden in the live chat. Other than Zalit, no defender tried winning any second ball. So frustrating. Man United need to sack Aaron before Christmas. How long has Luke Shaw been at United? Feels like forever. Oh, it's utterly shit because I've been under the weather. I've got a cold, I've got a sore throat, and this has not made me feel any better. I absolutely now feel even worse. I said this week's gone already. This week has gone out the window already, and it's only Monday. And we don't play till Sunday, thank God. But then that's going to ruin the weekend when we don't beat Palace. So the week's going to go really, really shit. The crazy thing is, they say one across now and no one is heading. The whole team need to change, spending masses of money for players who can't put up double figures. Tommy says, cheers to the 3 points. You need to beat Palace. We won't beat Palace playing like that. Thanks for the follow, Alex Chapman. Very much appreciated. We won't win on Sunday. We won't beat Palace Sunday. We've got no chance. And we deserve to be booed off at half-time. And we deserve to be booed off at full-time. We deserve it. I feel sorry for the fans. I feel sorry for the supporters that went to that game tonight. I feel sorry for them. Because they didn't deserve that tonight. I just hate it when I see Dorgo on the ball. Bro, we won't beat anyone playing like that, exactly. I just hate it when I see Dorgo on the ball. Seen Delo come on and just accepted fate there and then. Exactly. Every time Delo comes on, we know we're going to lose. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. If you don't laugh, we'll cry. We will win 10 men deep are hard to beat. Exactly. Because Everton parked the bus, didn't they? The only attacking opportunity they had was Dewsbury Hall. And again, look at that goal that we conceded. Bruno's got to be the most I have some news that might cheer up after Everton won. They overtook Liverpool in the Premier League table. Yeah, there is that. There is that too. Pickford was class, but we wouldn't have won if they had Onana. We are the mighty Blues. Who could you buy in the January? We're not doing anything in January. The club already come out and said they're not doing anything. You can't break a team down for you couldn't break a team down for toffee. I see what Reagan's done there. That is actually quite good. Reagan's comment's quite funny, and that's bringing a smile to my face. You can't break a team down for toffee. I see what Reagan's done there. Very good. They have strong central defence, so aerial threats. No, Grealish had your midfield rumbled. Pickford is class. Aaron can organise oh my God. Garner is mint. We shouldn't buy anyone in January. Our wingers are unreal. Xerxes is worse than Beto. Do you know what? If you don't laugh, you'll cry. If you don't laugh, you'll absolutely cry. But we deserve to lose tonight. Let's give Everton credit where credit's due. They played 81 minutes with 10 players. Scored a good goal, to be fair, but which was preventable. I mean, the lack of effort from Fernandes is embarrassing. I mean, if you're any manager, you get that armband off him and you don't make him a captain. Bruno needs to let... Exactly, Bruno, yeah. Storgu Xerxes was worst of a bad bunch tonight. Everton on the new upcoming fighting Champions League team. Can't believe he didn't change it up well before half-time, exactly. Moyes schooled Amarim, exactly. And after all, you're my Dewsbury Hall. De Ligt deserves that armband. Bruno Fernandes should not be the captain. He shouldn't be the leader in that team, and he's certainly not a deep midfielder, is he? I think we all can agree on that. Bruno Fernandes playing in the deep midfielder role is an absolute fucking joke. But why didn't he push Bruno Fernandes a bit more further forward? Why didn't he do that? Why did he play Ahmad and Mbeumo as the two number 10s with Xerxes in front? Why didn't he push Fernandes behind Xerxes with Mbeumo? Put Ahmad in at right wing back instead of Mazraoui. You can keep Dorgu at left wing back if you really want to. Then play a midfield of Casemiro and Mainu. Then a back three of Yoro, De Ligt, Martinez. Why didn't he do that? Why did he not go with that formation? If Martinez was fit, he should have been picked. Exactly, Bruno scored a hat-trick from the number 10 position for Portugal. And Bruno Fernandes is playing a deep midfield role. It shows how clueless Ruben Amorim actually is. It shows how clueless Amorim is. If he can't see that Bruno's a number 10, why didn't he do that today? Shea Lacey should have come on for Xerxes. Honestly, I feel like we should have cashed in on Bruno. I said that. I said we should have cashed in on Bruno. I wanted Bruno to go. I wanted Bruno gone. Everybody knows I wanted Bruno Fernandes gone. And why didn't we do it? I don't know. Maybe Man United thought, well, if we do that, we're going to have to spend that money and we don't want to spend it. That might have been the bloody ploy. We had no finish in Xerxes. He was not ready. Xerxes crap, mate. But they're all scoring out of Man United, but not in it. Amorim convinced Bruno to stay. Man United looked like a team in League 2 Max, League 1 team. I don't know why he can't play Bruno Fernandes as a number 10. Because you don't need Ahmad in the number 10 position. You've got Ahmad out of position. You've got Mbeumo out of position. You've got Fernandes out of position. Like, the amount of players that are out of position in that team, it's like putting all the chess pieces on the chessboard and you've put all the chess pieces in the wrong board position. That's how I sum this club up. Every player we seem to get or buy gets played out of position. If Bruno's a number 10, you're sticking in the number 10 position. Fuck all this Ahmad bullshit. Get Mbeumo on the right wing. You get Sesko down the middle. Or you play Sesko down the middle. We've got too many number 10s. There is no plan B, Jerry says. Exactly, there is no plan B. The problem is we've got too many number 10s because you've got Fernandes, you've got Mount, you've got Mbeumo, you've got Ahmad, you've got Ahmad, Mbeumo, Fernandes, Mount, you've got Kuna. That's 5 number 10s in one position to fight, 2 positions to fight for. You've got 5 number 10s, which only 2 of them can play in the number 10 slots. And I don't think that's helping. We should have brought these 3 attackers. Half tempted to try and become a manager on a mould so I can actually make Man United good. Yeah, I tell you what, you probably do a lot better than what Amorim's doing. I think all of us could do a lot better than Amorim, to be fair. We got like 5 number 10s and a 9.5 as well. Exactly. You don't need 5 number 10s fighting over 2 positions. You need at least 2 clinical number 10s in those positions week in, week out. You don't need 5 players all in the same team being chucked into one team to try and rescue results. Because chucking Mount, how is it the manager's fault? Because soon as Everton went down to 10 players, we should have changed it up. We should have went to a 4-3-3, a back 4, 3 midfielders and 3 attackers. That is what we should have done. Everton would have been there for the taking. They had 81 minutes, Manchester United, to do it. And Dees just said he's not going to do that. But that shows how pussy Amorim is. That shows how clueless this manager actually is of this football club. He's clueless. Amorim is absolutely clueless. And the belters he's going to get tonight are going to be unreal. And I don't blame the fans. I don't blame every United fan for being pissed. I'm very pissed off. Yeah, it was a bad day, but let's cut slack until next week. Points are valid, but we've been on a good run. But again, LH, that's the mentality, mate. We need to be winning these games. We can't say it was a bad day at the office. We should have won. We had 81 minutes to find 2 goals, and we couldn't do fuck all. And it's 1 loss. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do my eyes deceive me? It's only 1 loss. It's a bad day at the office. Oh my Christ. Everton are hard team to play though, even with an extra man. keep the head up. I'm sorry, we can't. Oh, I know we should have. It was shocking, just so tired of the same talk. Man, we could have been in the 5th place right now, but we bottled it. Exactly, because we are shit. Would we have won that game with Sesko and Kuna? Answer that. Yeah, we would have won that game. And what Worley's just said, it's 3 games without a win. Exactly. Exactly. That's the type of mentality I actually like. We've gone 3 games without a win. We dropped a point, 2 points at Tottenham, 2 points at Forest, and now we've dropped 3 tonight. We have dropped 7 points in our last 3 games. Can I just make people very, very clear? We have dropped 7 points in our last 3 games. Can I just make that very, very clear? 7 points from our last 3. Hopefully you can stay up as an easy 6 points. The whole team is clueless. Let's go Everton, let's go. Sack him, says Luke. Typical United. First time to ever win at Old Trafford with 10 players, exactly. Yora's the blunder, he just falls down. We've dropped 7 points in our last 3 games. Why people think Ahmad is best up front is crazy. His best minutes were when he was at the right wing back, exactly. We might have lost 8, but we've never lost to 19 men. No Champions League football and playing once a week and we are still shit. How many more points have you dropped in your last 3? 7. Fully deserved win from Everton. Championship you go. Euro isn't the one. We've dropped 7 points in our last 3 games. Shaw played awful. United are such a small team nowadays. Everton, and Ryan says up the Blues. It is embarrassing. Like, it is massively, massively embarrassing. Like, there's nowhere to hide tonight. Those players have got nowhere to hide. Can't accept the Euro hate. He shouldn't be expected to be an attacker, which he basically was. Is Amram the right man? I think if you can't change it up, and you can't change the formation, and you can't change the way we could play when Everton were there for the taking for over 81 minutes, and that says a lot about this manager. He's too pussy. He's too scared to change it. And that's just me being honest. That's just me being really blunt. If you can't change the way you're playing, and you don't want to win the game, just go and watch Amarim. Go and watch Amarim's tactics. It's embarrassing, yeah, just we were bad, we were better. I do think second half we were better, but yeah. The Delo change was appalling. We defended. Everton defended well. Everton did defend well. We didn't. Amarim is fired news. That would be a dream, wouldn't it? That would be a dream if Amarim was sacked on the spot tonight. That would be fucking hilarious. But that ain't gonna happen. We've got 3 more years of this. We've got 3 more years of Amarim because they've got no plans to change the manager, and they've got no plans to get rid of him. So we've got another 3 years of Amarim ball yet. Delo has just lost all credibility the second he got put at right. Do you know Delo actually was at left wing back, not right wing back? Just thought I'd make that clear. He actually got put in at left wing back instead of right, which was, don't even get me started. Who comes in for him exactly? Heard title race talks last week. Oh, I know, right? I don't think we've even been in a title race, if I'm being honest. We were solid. United made chances but couldn't take them. We took our chances. That's it, says Ryan. Exactly. Shaw was the problem. Who the fuck are Man United? Yeah, exactly. Like, you lot are making very valid points. I'd understand him not changing his ways if his words were any good in the first place. Exactly. That's a very, very good point. That comment there is quality. I'd understand him not changing his ways if his ways were any good in the first place. That's fucking quality. You're absolutely right, though. You are absolutely right. I'm actually going to pin your comment because that is just absolutely bang on. That is actually quite funny. I'd understand him not changing his ways if his ways were any good in the first place. Yeah, it does hurt. Yeah, don't get me wrong. This result is a massive kick in the teeth. We miss Kuna. We miss Sesko. Why would you want him to change his ways? Because playing a 3-4-3 is a load of bullshit. Why can't we just play a traditional back 4? 3 midfielders and 3 attackers. Why can't we just do that? The fact he's letting the best midfield we've ever produced rot on the bench is sackable anyways. Exactly, because Mainu doesn't get favoured. It's still Casemiro and Fernandes, and that is exactly what it'll be on Sunday. He won't pick Agate. He won't pick Mainu, so that is basically both of them out of Sunday's game. And don't be surprised if the team tonight is going for the team on Sunday. It would be Lemens, Yoro, De Ligt, Shaw, Dorgu, Mazraoui, Casemiro, Fernandes, and it'll be Ahmad, Mbeumo and Xerxes. That is exactly what the team's going to be on Sunday. Replace Amram with the Atletico Madrid man. I forgot how to spell. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't do that. Amram's ways is like using nuclear physics to do 3-year man. Oh, fucking hell. It's an absolute shit show, isn't it? It's an absolute shit show. Like, honestly, it's just shit. It really, really is shit. Finished you 15th and it has... What was that comment? Where's your comment gone? Finished your 15th and you has your 10th. That's not good enough for me. Exactly. We could have gone joint for the top 4 tonight and we've bottled it against fucking... We've bottled it against bloody... I'm still doing TikTok live streams even though I am massively under the weather. Having a cold and the sore throat absolutely stinks. But I'm still doing this. Would you sack him? If I had the chance to sack him tonight, I probably would. Because I can't stand the way we're playing. If he can't fix United, and I believe no one can. Exactly. No matter what manager, what coach, what players, what squad, the biggest problem is every department from the club, from top to bottom. The Glazers, Ineos, the manager and the players. System dead ass just makes us pass from side to side. I know, right? The midfield gets walked for every week as well because you've got a liability in Casemiro. You've got Fernandes playing the deep midfielder role, even though he's a number 10 and he's the centre attacking midfielder. You've got Ahmad being played out of position. You've got Embuemo being played out of position. You've got your no Blaster, not a Red Devils 20. You're a legend. Thank you, mate. Very much appreciate that, buddy. You've got too many players being played out of position. I saw a stronger bench in the court I attended today, for fuck's sake. That's quality. Some of you guys' comments tonight, I saw a stronger bench in the court I attended today, for fuck's sake. So people's comments are quality. Some of your comments are quality. I saw a stronger bench in the court, for fuck's sake. You're right, though. The bench we've got is shit. It's true, though. It's very, very true. Our bench options are fucking shit. Why we would want our bench? I mean, I would rather have a fucking garden bench on the bench. The bench was strong. We have the mighty Altay Binder on it. Oh, fucking hell. Can you imagine him in goal? Could you imagine Binder trying to save that Dewsbury All shot? Fucking hell. Can you imagine if Binder would have been in goal tonight? I mean, that would have been a nightmare. Let's not ever think that, alright? We don't want ever Binder back in goal. Fucking hell. Fuck having Binder in goal. Sod that. I really don't want that happening. But, yeah, we deserve to lose. I mean, I don't know where we go from here. Like, I really do not know where we go from here. It's an absolute shit show. It's massively embarrassing. But we're going to have to try and pick this up for Sunday now. We're going to have to try and pick ourselves up for Sunday. I mean, how fucking marvellous. We're going to try and pick up a result Sunday. Yeah, we're probably going to get battered by Palace, so that will be two defeats. That will be 4 games of that a row. And then we've then got West Ham, so that'll be 5. Then it'll be Wolves, that'll be 6. Then we've got Bournemouth, so that'll be 7. And then we've then got Newcastle, so that will be 8. And then we've got Wolves again, so that'll be 9. Or Man United. Looks like Man United got their karma, should have never sacked David Moyes. Everton totally deserved the win, especially with Terry. Yeah, exactly. Agate's starting next week, no doubt also. He won't use Agate, he won't use Mainu, he won't use Obi, which I don't get. I would have rather had Obi Martin in that team tonight than have Xerxes up front. Xerxes had 1 decent shot on goal, and everybody is waxing lyrical over what a world-class save Jordan Pickford made. OMG, Jordan Pickford's in goal for Everton. Whoopee. He's not a good goalkeeper, he's fucking shit. Xerxes had 1 fucking decent chance, which Pickford pulled off a wonderful save from. Wow, oh my god. 2 decent headers and 1 was shit and 1 was alright. I mean, that's all Xerxes did. He had 1 decent shot on goal that actually was a shot on target. Beating Everton isn't for everyone, says Henry. Yeah, you are right. Xerxes couldn't hit a barn door with a beach ball. For fuck's sake. How is Pickford bad? Because he's England's number 1 and he does make a lot of mistakes for England. First time I've seen Pickford be good, that isn't for England. Exactly. Oh my god, this is embarrassing, isn't it? Losing to Everton is utterly just, yeah. I don't really want to talk about it even more, but we'll go for another 6 minutes, I suppose, another 5. Xerxes is a professional ice hockey player. Do you think Palace could win the league? Palace keep playing the way they are, they'll get European football. Jake said, up the Toffees. Oh, just... Even Leeds beat them and we are terrible. Exactly. Even Leeds have beaten this lot. And Liverpool. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Henry's right. You are right. We can't... Even Leeds could beat this lot. And we couldn't do fuck all. It's an absolute shit show. We're an absolute shit show. That's in back. Bruno outsays the 1958. I'm massively with you. If I was Amorim, I'd be changing that whole team for Sunday. I wouldn't select Dorgu. I wouldn't select Shaw. I wouldn't select Xerxes. I wouldn't select Casemiro. I wouldn't select Dalot. That's 5 players already, and I wouldn't even select Fernandes. I wouldn't even select them. Trust United to cheer me up. Exactly. And I've got a cold and a sore throat, and I've had to put up this for 2 days, and now this has made it even worse, so now I feel even more ill. Xerxes isn't a footballer. I wouldn't select Casemiro. I'm fucking fuming. I've got a cold and a sore throat, and I've had to watch that pile of shit for 94 minutes. Just give the women's team a call up. Exactly. We should try that and see what they could do. And actually show these bloody men how to fucking play fucking football. Because these fucking players are shit. My nan's quicker than Shaw. My pet goldfish is quicker than Luke Shaw. And I don't even own a goldfish. And if I did own a goldfish, it'd be quicker than what Luke Shaw can do. Joe says toffees. Exactly. Just replace half the team with the youth players. Steve Bracknell and Bob the Bucket is ready for a call up. Thanks for the follow, James. Thank you for the likes. Dorgu's trash. Yeah, we all know that. Casemiro is too old for the Premier League. I've been saying that for weeks. I don't want to see Casemiro in that midfield, and yet we still do it. We're playing Bruno Fernandes in a deeper line midfield role when he's a number 10, so he needs to be put more further forward. But we can't do that because you've got Ahmad and Mbeumo there. But why not just drop Mazraoui, put Ahmad at right wing back, play Fernandes further forward with Mbeumo in the 2 number 10 slots behind Xerxes? Or you drop Fernandes completely, play a midfield 2 of Mainu and Casemiro. Actually, don't do that. Play a midfield 2 of Mainu and Ugarte. Actually, don't do that because Ugarte's rubbish. I honestly don't know what we do for Sunday. I don't know what we actually do, but we are going to get given a hiding on Sunday. Especially away at Selhurst Park. We know how tough Palace are. Don't expect anything Sunday. Use our ruining Ahmad. I thought he was decent at Rangers, which is my team. Exactly, Casemiro is the only choice until the summer. I don't know what we do. My team would be Lemens in goal, a back three of De Ligt, Martinez, Yoro. I would play Dorgu, even though I don't think Dorgu's any good. I'd play Ahmad at right wing back. I'd play midfield of Ugarte and Mainu. And then I would play Sesko, Mbeumo and Kuna. But we haven't got Sesko. He's fucking injured for 3 fucking weeks. So expect Xerxes playing on Sunday. Expect Ahmad in the number 10. The system is shit. I completely agree. The system is shit. And we can't blame Lemens a lot, but Lemens did palm the ball into his own net. Kuna up top, Bruno in the 10. I think Onana would be better up front than Xerxes. He probably would be. But yeah, we've lost 1-0 to Everton at home, which is massively, massively frustrating. Especially against 10 players for 81 minutes. It was a complete and utter shambles. Dan is absolutely right. It was a complete and utter shambles from minute go. Soon as Everton went down to players, 10 players, we didn't take advantage. We basically caved in, we went into our shell, and we let Everton dominate the game. Had a decent chance on goal, which they took. It's a great goal by Dewsbury Hall. But again, Yoro was lazy in that moment. Fernandes just stood there and turned away. De Ligt also has got to be put some blame as well because he turned away when Dewsbury Hall unleashed the shot. And Lemens did palm the ball into his own net. And now he's going to get crucified for that. We need to rebuild the midfield and play Bruin in the 10 with Kuna when he's fit. Mount needs to go. Mount did fuck all, but we've lost 1-0 at home to Everton. Our 5-game unbeaten run's gone. We could have gone up to 4th tonight. That has now gone out the window. We are now down to 10th. We are getting closer and closer to that bottom 3 again, which is a massive, massive worry. And I think the end of Amorim will come at the end of the season. I think if we don't get European football and we finish as low as where we did last season, Amorim's a goner. That is what I think. I think it's going to happen because we can't keep playing that week after week. There was people praising us against Forest and Tottenham for getting a point. Where are those people now? Where have those people gone? I want to see where those fans were on my match reaction now because you lot were praising them against Tottenham and Forest for getting a point. At least we didn't lose bullshit. That was embarrassing tonight. I'm disgusted by tonight's performance and there's nowhere to hide. Amorim is at fault, so are the players. It's an absolute embarrassment. It's the worst game I've seen all season from this lot. And could it get any worse? It probably could. We've got Palace away on Sunday, which we'll probably lose. I've got a cold and I've got a sore throat, and I'm getting off because I would rather just go and chill for the rest of the evening than talk about this utter garbage for at least another hour or two. And I could talk all night of how shit we are, but I've got better things I could be doing than talking about United. So thanks to everybody that's tuned in. Thank you for all the likes. Welcome to all the brand new followers. It's great to have you on board on part of this community. We'll be back with Sunday's match reaction from Selhurst Park on Sunday afternoon. If we don't win then we're in big, big trouble. And it wouldn't surprise me if we do lose, because Crystal Palace are having a good season in Europe and in the league as well. We could have gone fourth tonight, joint fourth with Villa, but we've bottled it again. 7 points dropped in the last 3 games. Is the Ruben Amorim era coming to an end again? Let's see what happens from Sunday's result against Palace. If we lose, there'll be people fuming, and if we draw, there'll be people celebrating a point, because the mentality of this fan base is on the floor now and the standards have gone out the window. But let's see what happens. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evenings, everybody. Thank you for all the likes. Welcome to all the new followers. Stay safe, be nice, be kind to each other. You're all legends, you're all legendary. See you all on the next one.